Even if we've lived with a cat for years, their behaviour can make us question whether they recognise us. Find out more with AnimalWised. Do cats distinguish people? Yes, cats are perfectly capable of differentiating one person from another, and therefore of knowing who their guardians are. This is possible because cats create an emotional bond with the people with whom they live and those who are part of their social group. Discover how cats show affection in the first info video we share above. Similarly, cats also recognise the individual people or animals that live in the same home and can generate a different bond with each of them. Depending on the relationship between the cat and each guardian, it's possible the feline will vary their behaviour. Next, we analyse how a cat uses their senses in the recognition of other individuals. Sight. Felines have a vision adapted to hunting, which means they see much better than us in low light conditions and are able to detect movement with great precision. However, their colour vision is poorer than that of human beings, and they are unable to distinguish as many details as we can. This implies they have difficulty recognising people just by looking at them. Still, cats are very observant and can easily learn the meaning of our gestures, facial expressions, and body postures. Hearing. Cats are capable of pointing their ears in almost any direction and have a very acute and well-developed sense of hearing. Together with their memory and learning capacity, this allows them to perfectly remember and identify the tone of voice of their caregivers, distinguishing it from that of other people. They can even recognise us by the way we walk, as we don't all have the same footfall. Smell. Although we are not even aware of it, each person has a characteristic scent that is a very intense signifier for our cat. A cat's highly developed sense of smell is capable of detecting our unique odour to process and store in their memory for a long time. This implies cats also differentiate people from others through their smell, and they can perfectly recognise their guardians after briefly sniffing them. You may have wondered whether your cat is aware of who you are, and therefore if they would recognise you after spending time apart. The following are signs that could indicate your cat recognises you, is glad to see you, and loves you. Walks or runs towards you with the tail held high. The position of a cat's tail provides a lot of information about their emotions in the moment. If your cat approaches you, keeping their tail completely straight, vertical, and not bristling, it's a good sign. It means they have recognised you and are happy to see you. If you want to learn more about the body language of cats, the next info video has all you need. They meow when they see you. Cats meow to communicate with their guardians and get their attention. It's common that when your cat recognises you, they approach you meowing softly and maybe even purring. With strangers, they tend to be more cautious and generally remain silent before them, remaining very attentive to any movement or sign of danger. Rubs their face against you. Once the cat gets to where you are, they will most likely sniff you to make sure it's you and gather other olfactory information. It's common for them to then rub their face and flanks against some part of your body in a movement known as marking. With this greeting, they impregnate their own scent onto you to create familiarity, indicating that they feel calm and glad to see you again. They expose their belly. After performing facial marking, your cat may lie on the ground next to you, rolling over and exposing their belly. In this position, the feline is very vulnerable, so they only do it before people they recognise, with whom they have a bond of friendship, and in whom they fully trust. If you want to continue learning about the behaviour of cats, don't miss the playlist we share here. Do you know if your cat recognises you, even if you've been apart a long time? Tell your story in the comments, and we'll see you next time.